All right, good morning, everyone. This is Steve Lamoth, also known as Dreaming Crow and Somnus Dreadraven. I am doing a quick voiceover here in regards to a subscriber question I had regarding chaos magic and how a student might be able to benefit from the uses of chaos magic, say, as they're going through the educational process. This particular um, video or voiceover is going to be focused on areas of mathematics, sciences, and engineering. So if you do have, say, like a background in, say, arts as a student, like music, other artistic ability, writing, and such as that, I do have another video or voiceover that's going to be following this one. That's going to kind of cover the same things as far as like what type of books and materials, things you can look into getting involved with that might help you out during your student practices, your university studies, and whatnot. Also, I'd like to go ahead and mention that, oops, one moment here, that the suggestions here are not an end all to what is, the information that's out there. For instance, I've presented here just information regarding, say, like on the 72 Angels of Magick by Damon Brand. I kind of stopped like right around the 56th angel, known as Poel, simply just because there's a lot out there. Really, I'm gonna try to give you a little bit of way to start working with them, or as far as like which ones you might want to start working with. Really, you should, as a practitioner, also kind of do your own little delve or study into other possibilities. This is just kind of like a beginning, kind of like a primer kind of thing. All right. The practitioner should also find out. You're also going to find out that there are a variety of angels that offer fairly similar powers, or can get involved in fairly similar situations. Though some of those are going to be subtle in how the magic works or manifests. So you want to make sure that you're selecting the appropriate angel or entity for that situation that you're wanting to work with. All right. So let's go ahead and get jumping into the action. And the first book that I'm going to recommend is going to be Sigils of Power and Transformation by Adam Blackthorne. Okay, this is published by the Gallery of Magic in January 2017. Again, by Adam Blackthorne, who happens to be one of the authors to the Gallery of Magic. Here, Adam Blackthorne presents the practitioner with 111 pre-designed sigils that can be used to transform your life in a variety of ways. Now, these sigils are broken down in the book by a variety of categories, such as employment magic, health magic, magic of the mind, breakthrough magic, so on and so forth. And each sigil has a brief description on how that sigil is to be used. Now, of course, the book does go into the process of how to use the sigils and how to get the best use out of them. Okay, the book itself does contain over 313 pages and is available in printed paperback and Kindle formats. Okay, in particular, one of the ones that I'm going to offer, a couple of the ones I'm going to offer here, or as suggestions, would be in the area of magic of the mind. This particular sigil is known as Enhance Your Concentration. Okay, so this sigil can be used to improve your concentration for short or long-term periods of time. Simply, it is directed to something. It can be directed into something simple such as a single exam or a single subject, but overall, it's best directed, say, over a long period of time, such as, say, like a semester of classes or, say, like an academic year of classes. How that sigil is used and in what areas of study is going to be based on how you direct it with your will. All right. So again, if you wanted to say like do it for like an entire academic year, and then just kind of like refresh it like every year, that's totally cool. You know, if you just like want to use it for like a particular type of class, then that's fine too. All right. The next one that I'm going to recommend is Employment Magic, and here we have two sigils. Okay, the first one is to be noticed by people of importance. Now, of course, if you're a mathematician, engineer, you're involved in sciences, and you run the risk of being encountered by people who may very well have an impact on your career or your future, as say like an engineer or a scientist or a mathematician. You don't want to leave this encounter by chance alone. Okay, so using the sigil will help you get into a position of being more noticeable by those people of importance, as well as give you more of a little more of a charismatic edge when you are dealing with them on a one-to-one basis. Finally, I want to go ahead and recommend also communicate clearly and or communicate to a group. Okay, this is also under the Employment Magic sigil section. Obviously, if you are involved in a career that requires you to be presenting ideas and solutions to someone of importance, a boss, a supervisor, again, you want to make sure that what you're being told or what you are sharing with that person, you know, they hear what you have to say, that it just doesn't fall on deaf ears. Now, of course, if you're in a situation where you need to present that idea in front of a panel or a committee, then of course you want to use the later one, communicate to a group, so that, again, your ideas are heard to, you know, from your, you know, to your audience. Okay. Okay, and with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next book. All right, the next book we're going to cover on this list is called The 72 Angels of Magick by Damon Brand. This book is published by Damon Brand, also an author to the Gallery of Magic, in February 2016. The 72 Angels of Magick does provide the practitioner with over 300 powers that can be accessed through a variety or various angelic beings listed throughout the book. The book does contain over 203 pages and is available in printed format and Kindle format. Okay. I'm going to kind of list a variety of angels here as far as, like, you know, what their general powers are after this point. Probably not going to talk too much on each individual one, but it's just going to give a brief description as far as pronunciation of the angel's name, as well as areas that they affect. Again, these are all directed either towards some type of science, mathematics, or engineering type field. There are angels that can help you with performing mathematical calculations easier, or making it easier to take tests, or to memorize information or recall information for tests and exams. So I'm going to go ahead and give a short list of what those angels are, as far in what they can do. And then you pretty much want to go from that point on your own, all right? So with that, let me go ahead and get that information up on the screen, and we'll proceed with the last two books that I have on the list. All right, so those angels for the 72 Angels of Magick are listed as follows. Again, this is not an end all to the list, and I do suggest that you do a little bit of delving into the book yourself. to say what else you may be able to uncover regarding your particular situation. So the first one is Mahashia. This angel does grant the power to learn like a genius, can help you to learn in the ways that geniuses normally would, as well as learning new or difficult skills with ease. The next angel is NELL-AH-CHELL. Okay, this angel can help you to obtain a deep understanding of any scientific subject and can help you to understand and remember information with clarity. This is best directed towards sciences that have practical applications, such as things like chemistry, biochemistry, medical sciences, and the like. Magickal is an angel that will help you to pass exams and tests of any kind. This is best used when you have sufficient knowledge in advance of any test taking, as the angel does help you to understand the information and retain it more to memory. It's best that you probably want to invoke this angel, say, like the beginning of a semester, for like an academic semester, so that they can help you to retain that information throughout. Okay, being that most of the rituals in this book are over an 11-day period, the sooner that you could invoke this angel for that particular need, it would probably benefit you the most. Okay. Lavelle is an angel that will help you to invent and design things, design like a genius. This provides you with inspiration to invent in new ways and is best used and directed to a subject that you already have competence or skill in. Whereas the angel Lavelle will help you to obtain good memory and intelligence. This is good when you're learning a new subject, and the angel does help you with long-term understanding, so it's best to be used early on rather than as a last-minute resort. So again, if this is something that a particular entity, angel you want to get involved with or invoke, again, probably best to be done at the beginning of a semester or say like an academic year in order to help you out in the long run. The next angel is Nelachel, and this angel has the power to make calculations easier for you. Okay, so if you're in a position such as a pilot, engineer, mathematician, scientist, all of those professions will benefit from invoking this angel. By doing so, you do find that it is much easier for you to perform accurate mental calculations once this angel has been invoked. The beauty of this is that you only have to invoke this angel once for the 11-day period, and this does assist you with reaping the benefits for many years to come. How many of those years? It's fairly unknown. It could be 3 years, 5 years. It could be 10 years. I guess it just depends on the individual. And as far as what's requested during that invocation, most people would probably do a re-invocation every, say, 3 to 5 years under this particular angel, just to make sure that that benefit is long-lasting over a long period of time. Lecavel does provide inspirational ideas for your profession, and inspiration may be gradual or come in bursts. So again, depending on what type of profession you're involved with, that could be developing like new marketing ideas, may be involving new engineering ideas or concepts. So it's kind of rather vague as far as how that angel assists, but you have to kind of invoke that angel and kind of work with them at that point to find out how they can be best used or directed in your profession. And finally, we have Pa-El, which is the 56th angel on the list of the 72. At this point, I kind of stop at this point. And if you want to do further investigation on the additional angels at that point, you may do so. This particular angel does help you to obtain any desire, as well as increase fame and fortune, and bring fame through talent. So, if you want to be recognized for your engineering feats or your mathematical skills or something like that, this angel would more or less be the one that you probably want to call on for something like that. Okay? And with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the last two books on the list. All right, the third book I have on this list is Success Magick by Damon Brand, published in March of 2020 by the Gallery of Magick. Success Magick does give the reader the opportunity to invoke the hidden powers of Enochian angelic magic or Enochian rituals. Most Enochian systems of magic are long, complex, difficult to understand, difficult to navigate, and require a great many of specific tools in order to be successful with it. However, the Gallery of Magick has simplified this process so that the chaos magician can tap into the Enochian magic system with ease and reap the benefits. I do absolutely recommend this to any and every person, as I believe that any and every person can benefit from the book Success Magick, regardless of what career area they may be in. The book does contain 234 pages and is available in printed format and Kindle format. My final recommendation on this list is Magical Destiny, Experience the Power of Your Holy Guardian Angel, published in October of 2021 by Damon Brand and the Gallery of Magick. This book will help guide you through the process of making contact with your Holy Guardian Angel, empowering you and supporting you along the way. I also do want to recommend or state that to my knowledge, this is supposed to be the final book that is to be offered by the Gallery of Magick at this point. My understanding is that in the following year, 2022, the Gallery of Magick is supposed to become more of a privatized group at that point and will not be offering or publishing any new publications after that point, at least to my understanding. So if you are a follower of the Gallery of Magick, know that this is going to be most likely the final book that they publish from this point on. The book does contain 142 pages and is printed in paperback format and Kindle format. I do appreciate you stopping by and listening to this voiceover presentation of my recommendations regarding Chaos Magic books that students can use and benefit to, particularly in areas of mathematics, sciences, and engineering. Again, this is not an end-all to the list that is available to you. There are books outside of the Gallery of Magick that I, of course, would normally recommend. But some people need to simply get their feet wet in there and start the process at some point. I always do recommend the need to continue with education and familiarize yourself with other authors and other subjects, particularly involving occult practices. And with that, folks, I'm going to bid you a very fond farewell. Peace, infernal blessings. Take care.